Kingshu Callan, I need some information here.
Yeah.
Does Babar Azam have a girlfriend?
Could be, I don't know.
Need to ask Sabya about it.
You know, I am reminded of this. At least he must have some company. He must have somebody who he shares some, very close details, very intimate details with. Because I remember Rohit Sharma, in a recent interview, he spoke about waking up the morning after the World Cup final and telling his wife that the previous day was all a bad dream. He hoped that it was all a bad dream. I think Pakistan fans, Babar Azam, Mohammad Rizwan, Gary Kirsten would all be in that state, right? Because 119 in that T20 World Cup final, T20 World Cup match, much built up match. First time that Nassau County Cricket Stadium was packed to the rafters. 119, you had the biggest chance to land a blow on India.
Yeah.
But you fluff it. Fluff it. Like, I don't know. How do you express it? Like, how do you express this feeling?
I think what you said about Gary Kirsten going through a bad dream. I think the last few days, he said he's been with them for 13 days.
13.
And
That
those 13...
unlucky 13.
unlucky 13. Because he himself came out today and said that these guys have been playing all around the globe. They're supposedly, T20 cricket stars and all that. And they have to...
Pakistan players.
Pakistan players, they play all around the globe in T20 leagues. And I don't know why they are not taking the game forward. He actually came out and said that. So he himself does not know what the problem is.
Yeah.
And I don't think even the Pakistan players know what the problem is at the moment. They are looking clueless. They have no ideas. And their batting yesterday was so bad. Like, there was a point in time when I thought, okay, this match is going to end now. I'll switch off my TV.
Yeah.
I have to wake up at 5 or something to come to the shift at 7. So I thought I'll sleep at 12. I'll get some enough sleep to come and work. But they made sure that I was not going to sleep till 3. I enjoyed the memes. I enjoyed whatever was happening.
Yeah.
Because it is... At the end of the day, Pakistan team is just that. It's just becoming a meme team altogether.
You cannot question the drama that Pakistan bring into a world tournament.
Pakistan don't bring any drama. The meme makers, meme makers bring the drama. If you are from down south, you are well aware of the meme culture. I think there's so much of actors and all that.
South has RCB also. So
So, but this meme, to see the memes, as in like whether you are on the receiving end or on the giving end, it was fun to watch all those memes. Healthy memes. There were a few. There was a banner also on the ground, right? I hope India don't have any engineers, especially after what Netravalkar did to USA.
But surprisingly,
Wasim Jafar
shared that Akshar Patel was actually studied in an engineering college. So I mean,
it's a kind of defeat where if Babar had a girlfriend, he does not have it now. Oh my word!
Yeah,
what they found ways to lose that game. 119 run a ball, little less than run a ball, whatever it is. Such a simple win, knock it around, win the game, hit a couple of odd boundaries here and there, and the game's done. They did exactly that in the first 2-3 overs, and after that, I think they switched off.
I think it's more than switching off. I think they just thought, okay, we are going to boss this game. We are going to boss everything. We are going to boss India's every single bowler. I think that is the rationale behind...
Which match were you watching yesterday?
I think that was their plan. They're going to be like, okay, we're going to take the attack to Hardik Pandya and we're going to hit him for a 6 boundary and then take a couple of singles here and there. And the game was going in that fashion. Till the point Akshar Patel got Usman Khan. Then I think the pressure got to Mohammad Rizwan so much so that he became so confident that he decided to take it on Jasprit Bumrah. I mean, that level of confidence.
Rizwan became prime Dhoni.
That's one way of looking at it.
That's one
so
way
confident.
Of
looking, so confident
that he wanted to go after Jasprit Bumrah. I mean, who does that? The last person I saw was Venki Iyer and he had his middle stump uprooted. And the same thing happened yesterday as well. So, I have no idea. Like, what is wrong with this team? Nobody knows. I don't think the management knows it. I don't think the board knows what.
You know what? Ask any outsider right now. Ask Akshay right now. He'll tell you what's wrong with the Pakistan team. And that starts with everything that they have done after the ODI World Cup 2023. Change in management.
Yeah.
Then a change in management again. Change in captaincy.
Captaincy.
Change in captaincy once again.
Yeah.
No, change in captaincy.
Change in captaincy.
Change
Babar,
in captaincy.
Babar Shaheen.
And then
Shaheen
change
Babar.
in captaincy again.
Wait, which one? What's the third one?
Babar steps down.
Yeah.
Shaheen takes over.
Yeah.
Shan
And
Masood
then
in Test cricket.
Leave Test cricket for now.
Yeah.
If you go that way, then change in captaincy, change in captaincy, change
Yeah.
in captaincy, change in captaincy hoga.
Yeah. And to prepare for the T20
Yeah.
World Cup in USA,
Yeah.
you send the Pakistan team to an army training camp where
Yeah.
they lift rocks
Yeah.
and stones and
Carry
jump
each other,
ropes, carry each other. What the hell, man?
Probably they should go to they must have targeted the Olympics.
Very possible. Or maybe, I don't want to say,
Yeah. Let's
we're
not.
not going to say it.
But you know what? Was it disappointing to watch that effort from Pakistan?
Yes.
It was like you expected better from a team, because I was just hoping from a cricket point of view, India and Pakistan in the Super 8.
Yeah.
Now it looks a distant possibility, right? Because Pakistan have lost 2 matches. The first one to the USA, comprehensively beaten until they were about to get comprehensively beaten, but they somehow dragged USA to the Super
Again,
over.
the fast bowlers.
And
the
then,
fast bowlers did the job there.
yeah, and then lost the plot in the Super over. Now you have had a great opportunity to pull one up against India and then give yourself a chance to go to the Super 8. Now that's done.
You know what? I don't agree with you. I think Pakistan deserved what they got.
Yeah, of course.
Couple of series you try out young talents like Syam Ayub, Mohammad Haris,
Yeah.
and Azam Khan. 2 games that they do poorly, and then again the whole thing changes. It's again Rizwan and Babar on top. You know what's the striker of Babar Azam in a T20I format? Can you guess? Wild guess.
I mean,
He's a top batter, the highest run scorer in T20I history, ahead of Virat Kohli. Kohli has a strike rate of 140-ish, 140, 145. What do you think? Where do you think Babar stands, the highest scorer?
126.
110, 126. He has 129.
Okay.
For an opener to bat like that in T20I cricket, the easiest batting position, that is horrendous. That is horrendous. Name me one match that Babar has won for them, a big match in T20 World Cups, apart from that India game. You'll find it difficult to do that.
Yes.
And they repeat the same formula for 3-4 years where they don't find success. What was going to happen?
Exactly. The like you pointed out, Syam Ayub, the very little that I've seen of him in PSL, he's a very attack-minded player. Can roll the arm also. He has bowled as well. Now you trust the guy to do the job, right? You change the formula that was not working. You have Babar coming in at 3. You have Rizwan opening with Syam Ayub. Now, the most that I have seen is that New Zealand series where he did relatively well.
New Zealand C, by the way.
New
Zealand's third team went to that series.
Third team. And that team dragged them into the pit, basically.
Exactly.
They took the draw and went home. They were happy with it. So Syam Ayub did well in that aspect. Then they went to England, where the first game he scored 2 runs of 7 balls.
Yeah.
And that's the last that we have seen of him playing for Pakistan. Now, if that was done in a different spectrum, for example, an Indian this thing. Because yesterday, when Shivam Dube was not performing well, the calls were for Rinku to come in, right?
Yeah.
And Rinku has been given, I think, more or less like the same chances as a Syam Ayub. And people feel that, he has been, robbed of an opportunity, right? I think the same goes for Syam Ayub as well. And I think the same goes for a lot of talents. So the last...
Yashasvi Jaiswal.
Now let's come to the Pakistan aspect of things. There has been mismanagement on every single level. You look at the medical side of things also. Ihsanullah. These guys were thinking, 150... And he himself said that my goal is to beat India in the World Cup. The guy took a slight niggle on his elbow, and that has now gone on to become a major problem that he has not played for almost 1.5 years.
Naseem Shah during the ODI World Cup.
Naseem Shah. And this is what, a lot of things that come into play. I think we have seen I told you today morning also, Shoaib Akhtar took up the analysis, and the first thing that he said was, we should give credit to Pakistan. we should give credit to Pakistan.
Was it Shoaib Akhtar or Malik?
Shoaib Akhtar said we should give credit to Pakistan because they lost the match. They found a way to lose the match. And he was he was joking at the beginning, but he was like, they refused to win. They are refusing to win a match that is handed to them on a platter by the bowlers, by probably a good fielding effort as well. Obviously, there were dropped catches, but a good enough fielding effort. And the batters just refused to do something out of the box.
And it was odd to watch that match also. I mean, so Hardik Pandya's first 2 overs were really bad. I think 2 for 20 or 2 for 18 or something like that. Rizwan found a way to slap him through the offside, 1-6, 1-4, whatnot. At the end, in the final 7 or 6 overs, they just forgot how to play the shots. And then Naseem Shah comes out, lap for 4. I think it was like a slice for 6 or something like
boundary,
that.
yes.
Yeah,
I think it was the intent, it was not an easy pitch like to bat on, as in especially in the second innings.
You're not hitting
It was
full
getting
tosses,
progressively slower. It was getting progressively slower. But the difference was the intent. Hitting boundaries in traditional pockets was always going to be difficult. One boundary was big. One side of the boundary was big. You saw what Rishabh Pant did. He tried to scoop. He tried to lap.
Exactly.
And only one batter did that for Pakistan.
And that was
Naseem Shah, and everything was lost.
Everything was lost, yes.
So I think these are the game awareness. I can't blame someone like Gary Kirsten. You bring him 13 days before the World Cup.
Yeah.
And you expect him to work wonders.
Yeah. And the calls have started already for his head.
Yeah.
Which is so weird.
Why are we not calling for Babar and Rizwan's head? Tell me that.
And the PCB head's head.
No, why should we give Babar Azam the leniency to continue as captain
Or even
after all these failures?
Or even in the T20 setup.
In the T20 setup, like we discussed in the previous episode, or in the match preview that we did, should Babar Azam continue playing T20s or should he just focus on tests and ODIs?
Like I think even in the cricketing world, the scrutiny around a player like Virat Kohli continuing in T20 format is very high. We have our opinions on it. We say that no, he's not. At least the thing is that, okay, I understand that Virat has not performed up to the mark. 4 runs and 1 run, whatnot. But at least he's trying to be different from his own mold.
No, what is the track record that we are talking about? Why are we even bringing up Virat and Babar in the same breath?
It's not comparable at all.
Yeah, but...
See, I understand that Pakistan made the final of T20 World Cup 2021. They made the semi-final. They made the final of 2022 and the final of 2021. But if you look at the matches that they played, they lost to Zimbabwe last time, right?
Yeah. 119. They failed... was that
sneak through? Yes, This tournament, yes, you reached the final, but what has been the quality of cricket that Pakistan have been playing?
Yeah, especially Pakistan batting unit.
I think like you said, the batters not showing intent.
Yeah.
Hafiz, again, in the same thing, was saying the same sort of thing, that you have a Naseem Shah showing intent. Where is your Iftikhar? Where is your Shadab? Where is your Imad Wasim?
The guys that you brought back.
Usman Khan. Where are these guys showing intent? Why were you not showing intent? Like you said, Rishabh Pant was pure chaos yesterday. Hitting it, edge here, there. One good over that he had of Haris Rauf, and mostly it was a lot of luck that played in his part. But you have to give credit to him.
Yeah, Akshar Patel.
Took the attack on
one lofted shot over the third man.
Took the attack on
that shot had Ganguly written all over it, man. Yeah. What a beautiful bounce of the feet.
You either embrace the chaos that you have with your certain players like Sayyam Ayub, who's going to probably score 31 of 20 balls. But that is enough on a track like this, right?
This is PCB's doing, man. I'm telling you.
How much can the board do? Tell me.
A board...
You pick 15 players.
A board should not be doing a lot. I agree with you. But they have done, haven't they? The change in captaincy twice or thrice. The change in complete...
Tell me, who were the personnel?
Okay.
Babar Azam picks his own men. He picks his players.
But they did bring Babar Azam back. And they did replace the entire coaching staff. Going three months going into the T20 World Cup.
And I think it's also... who's their new PCB chairman?
Mohsin Naqvi.
I think it's also down to greed as well. The fact that, you want to look good in front of your fans. You're coming in as a new term person. So you bring back Mohammad Amir, who has been in the dark. You bring back Imad Wasim, who
retired.
who retired, and
Both
a
of
lot
them.
of people had been clamoring for Imad Wasim to be in the lineup because of what he has done in the PSL.
PSL.
Obviously, the standards might be low and whatnot. But the kind of decisions that are being made by Babar Azam.
Yeah.
There were video clips, I think, of Mohammad Amir, who's an experienced guy, telling Babar that don't play a spinner right now. These guys are going to
Against
take him
USA.
apart.
Against Aaron Jones.
Against Aaron Jones. And he gives the ball to Shadab. What are you trying to do? Giving the super over to Mohammad Amir. No offense to Mohammad Amir. I think in the USA game, he dragged it till the end. So obviously you felt like, okay, he could do it. But the fact of the matter is the man has been away from international cricket for 4 years.
Yeah.
4 years is a big enough gap. And playing in T20 leagues is not good enough. You might go and play in IL T20 and expect it to be international cricket. No.
Yeah.
There is a huge difference to it. You have a Naseem Shah already there. You have Shaheen Shah Afridi. People have been calling him Eagle. Eagle is flying, Eagle is landing, God knows what.
Babar was asked in a podcast that between Bumrah and Naseem Shah,
Who
who
would
do
he
you
pick?
give the super over to?
And he said-
If you were to defend. Naseem Shah, no doubt.
And what happened?
Clearly a lot of doubts there. I mean, honestly. This Pakistan.
I think the captain, Pakistan team's captain doesn't trust his own players. The
Yeah.
own players don't trust
I agree.
the captain. And I think there is a lot of infighting that is happening. This army boot camp was kind of to hide those things, and probably they were telling that you guys need to stop acting like
Clip their wings.
and stop acting like idiots in the public. This thing try to come together as a team. Let's just get through with this.
But one thing that never comes together is their top order and the middle order.
Yeah.
Ever.
There is a beautiful piece written by Osman Samiuddin today in ESPN, I think. He said, what is new to identify about this loss? Yes, Babar, one thing that is new that he has identified is neither Babar or Rizwan is not the problem. Babar and Rizwan
are the problem.
Yeah. And it's like, experienced batters, so much runs behind them, so many records, some of them very useless. But when it comes to a crunch game, their batting has always failed. The final, the semi-final, India matches. Yesterday was an opportunity for Mohammad Rizwan to take the game deep. 120 was, in his arc.
Yeah.
Those kind of chases are meant for people who don't want to bat beyond 120.
Yeah.
But then you try to attack Jasprit Bumrah after
Defending everybody
prodding
else.
everybody else. Where is that game awareness?
And I think that is what Wasim Akram said. He has no game awareness.
Yeah.
He simply called after the Pakistan-USA match one word to describe: pathetic. Now he said sack the entire team. The legends are coming out. Like you said about the Mohammad Rizwan innings.
Yeah.
The difference between Mohammad Rizwan and a Virat Kohli, not bringing them both together. But the fact of the matter is, if you look at that 2022 World Cup MCG match, the thing about Kohli was that, yes, he stayed for a long period of time at the crease, but he made sure India got over the line. Rizwan stayed for how many balls? I think
44.
44. And he scored 32.
31.
31. So at that point in time, you have to finish off the game.
Yeah.
You cannot depend on an Iftikhar who's been cold inside the dugout to come out and hit sixes, when obviously the ball is not doing well. And also that fact that they did not think that, the ball is stopping a little bit, the ball has gotten old and it is not coming onto the bat. So now we need to change our strategy. They obviously saw the Indian innings,
Yeah.
what India was going through after that one point in time.
Yeah.
Yet they chose not to attack the power play overs.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that Bumrah came in the third over. You would have probably seen off Bumrah.
It's like this, I think. We all, bathroom singing while in the bathroom, we all want to be A.R. Rahman. We all want to sing like him.
I think we are.
But we
A.R.
can't.
Rahmans.
Yeah.
It's like that when you want Pakistan batters to do what India batters are doing. I think it's very different. I'm saying that there is gulf in class. Let's agree with that, right?
Yeah.
You can always have
But
golf in class, but
don't-
what about the cricketing smarts of the batter?
That comes with
We were
exposure.
talking-
That comes with seniors showing the way.
Yesterday-
For instance, Rohit Sharma, for all the criticism that he has taken from the ODI World Cup, he said, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to play
I'ma
aggressively at the top. And he has not gone back on those words.
Yeah.
Kohli also now.
Kohli also. Whatever you say, he has failed in the 2 innings, but
I'm
he
fine
said,
with that.
I want to go with it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But they are showing the way. But what has Babar and Rizwan done?
See, we always say that like that the tech revolution that happens in USA 20 years later, it comes to India.
Like how Android and Apple, like similarly.
Yeah. And the problems of the Indian cricketing team that we see here, 5 years later, it happens in Pakistan.
That is.
Isn't that the same thing? Usman
Gary
Khan.
Kirsten coached India in 2011.
Exactly.
13 years later, he has come to Pakistan.
And now finds himself in all sorts of trouble. I think
Yeah.
you look at Gary Kirsten.
Yeah.
Much like Kirsten found himself in India after the 2007 nonsense that happened.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
it is
think
history repeating.
it is history repeating. It's also the fact that, Pakistan cricket has been like cut apart and just like put out to dry. PSL, nobody has an interest in playing PSL because flat tracks,
And domestic cricket, they don't reward their performances.
Oh,
yes,
God.
Domestic cricket, I think another example Hafiz pointed out. A lot of batters are stopped playing cricket altogether.
And why does that happen? Again, we have to go back to the PCB. When Ramiz Raja came, they had this provincial setups. He changed that thing.
Yeah.
He changed it into, I think, they had club setups, which he changed into provincial setups. And then that guy came, what's his name? Ali Sethi's father.
Najam Sethi.
Najam Sethi came and he broke apart that provincial setup and went back to the club setup. This is what they do with every presidential change. How are they going to move forward? It starts from the top. I'm telling you, it starts from the top. And this time also, it is PCB sabotaged that has killed Pakistan in the T20 World Cup.
Even
Kingshuk has promised to write a piece on that.
I am going to.
If you guys are willing to, listen to more or read about it more.
Even with a lot of things, like a guy like Azam Khan, not at all fair to criticize him on how he looks or whatever. He's a great batter in these leagues and all that.
Yeah.
Now, if you feel that his physical attributes is not good enough, tell him to go and change his ways and come back. We will select you. We understand that you're a talented guy. You go to the NCA, you train with people, you get back into your fitness.
Azam Khan in Bangalore.
Not here. Obviously, if he comes here, then he's done.
Yeah.
So, get disciplined, come back. You have got great skills. We are going to back you. We are going to give you chances. We're going to give you opportunities. That is never given in a Pakistan cricket setup.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much confident that these people of Babar Azam, fans of Babar Azam are about, not questioning his intent, not questioning his style of play. Yeah, great. He's leading run scorer in T20Is. Good for him. At what cost? At what cost?
And look at the brains of this Pakistani team also, Akshay.
Yeah.
This on a difficult pitch, do you play an extra bowler or an extra batter?
All-rounder.
They don't have one.
Extra batter.
You ideally play an extra batter. Who did you drop? Azam Khan.
But they brought in Imad Wasim, who's good enough batter.
But would you argue that Imad Wasim's a better batter than Azam Khan? People who criticize Azam Khan's figure and whatnot conveniently forget that he's the biggest hitter Pakistan have at the moment.
Yeah.
And he can hit a ball.
Yeah.
It's very easy to blame the board, to blame even the players and all that. But look at a team like Afghanistan. They made their debut in 2010. Talking about Afghanistan, they thrashed New Zealand last week, right? And they broke open that group, which also has West Indies.
West Indies
right?
and
So look at the way they have evolved with very limited resources, not as much resources as a Pakistan or an India. Look at the way they have evolved. 2010 made their debut. Over the last 2-3 editions, they have made the next round, and this time they are looking good to make a Super 8. Right?
Yeah.
And they are not cribbing and sitting playing conventional T20 cricket. They are adapting to the changing time. Gurbaz, Ibrahim, all of them. And of course, they have better exposure when it comes to playing T20 leagues across the globe.
Also, IPL.
They have the IPL exposure.
Big IPL.
You look at a guy like Gurbaz.
Yeah.
He came in place of Shehzad.
Yeah.
Shehzad was considered to be their big hitter.
Yeah.
And then they found that Gurbaz was a leaner, more stronger,
bigger hitter than Shehzad.
hitter than Shehzad. Shehzad is out. He's out of the picture. And you had Gurbaz carried the bat till the last innings. He scored those 80 runs.
Yeah. He's the leading run scorer, if I'm not wrong, 154.
So, that is how you back your players.
Like you said, Afghanistan changed with times, right? Even Rashid was off form, spent a good amount of time in the IPL, worked on his back, and I think 4 wickets in that particular game.
Yeah.
Well, let's not talk about Shadab Khan. Let's not bring those two. Shadab Khan, I don't know what he's doing in that team, and it's very unfair on on the team's part also. You know that Shadab hasn't been getting the ball to even deviate as a spinner. So you have been playing him again and again from the World Cup. He was the vice captain in the ODI World Cup.
Then
Here he is not the vice captain.
Yeah.
But it feels, that he was a good talent. He's a good talent.
He is a good talent.
But to see him struggle like this as a bowler, he played as a batter against India.
Yeah.
They shielded him. They did not bowl him.
Yeah.
But it feels sad that Pakistan seem to be giving a lot of excuses and finding ways to bury whatever, but they are never learning from their mistakes. All this T20 ranking, ODI ranking, I think they are carried away by that Babar is the number 1 batter, Pakistan is among the top 3, Pakistan reached the final. But at the end of the day, India has an Asia Cup trophy. What has Pakistan done in the last 4 or 5 years?
4 or 5 years.
And another thing that I don't like, you talk about shielding and blaming and stuff like that. Babar Azam, I've never seen him once in a press conference or in a post-match presentation come out and say that, guys,
I made a mistake.
I messed up.
Yeah.
I messed up. Rizzi messed up.
Yeah.
Middle order se run nahi hota. Bowlers did not take wickets with the new ball.
USA press conference.
I think Hardik blames himself too much when a match is lost.
Yeah.
Babar doesn't at all.
That USA match press conference, I came in the morning, I was looking through it. It was so bad. Your captain comes out, blames everything else in the world apart from himself for batting at 4 for 14.
And you have lost to an associate nation playing the World Cup for the first time.
Yeah.
Associate nation.
You've lost to Indian engineers who, went there and
rejected.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is that you lost to a team who has, they don't have a lot of things to show. They are a group of rejects. Let's be very plain with it. Corey Anderson.
Hungrier, I think.
Corey Anderson, a reject. Saurabh Netrawalkar, a reject.
Munang Patel,
a reject.
Yeah. Unmukh Chand, rejected there
rejected
also.
From rejected list.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there also. Aaron Jones, probably same. They are all same.
Jones rejected from MLC, by the way. He was not picked in the draft, and after which he says that something clicked and I wanted to be, like the world destroyer kind of a thing. Did it.
Beware India.
So,
Wednesday.
these guys, Ali Khan, again, rejected from Pakistan cricket. Rejected from Pakistan cricket, joined.
Beautiful spell.
Joined forces with Dwayne Bravo, has been a Knight Riders product.
Ali Khan is some 60-year-old man also.
And he still bowls with a lot of heart. Yeah. They have heart, determination to prove the world that, we are not slouches. We are not going to take just punches from everybody and just be a participating team.
Quick challenge to the both of you. What should Pakistan do to become a better T20 team in not more than 2 lines?
Go open a restaurant in Lahore. Quit cricket. Give the fans what they deserve. Stop appearing in world tournaments altogether.
You?
I think obviously starting a restaurant could turn out to be a little bit problematic for them.
Yeah. Have a branch in New Delhi also.
Have a branch in New Delhi.
Sack the entire team. They are not good enough. None of them is good enough.
I think a wholesale change is needed. But I think the responsibility should be taken by the two at the top.
I have read about so many mess-ups in Pakistan cricket over the last 3 years now. So there's a little story where why did Ramiz Raja change from club cricket to the provincial cricket setup? So Ramiz Raja went to watch some club game one day. It's an under-13 match. Some brother came out to bat. He hit the ball so hard that it went past the Gaddafi Stadium. And he was like, what kind of 13-year-old hits the ball so hard? Turned out he's like some 25, 26-year-old playing in an under-13 match. Pakistan are institutionally challenged. Till they don't solve that, their cricket is not getting better.
Before we, sign off, a quick thought on India's performances in the first 2 matches. Are they looking like a champion material this time, or they still have straps to hit?
No. I'm very sorry to say this, because Yes.
Alan is one of those persons who, sent out toxic messages on Twitter using his fake ID against Shivam Dube. He still can't take the hurt
I still cannot.
that Rinku Singh is his KKR
I cannot,
is not playing.
I think last time you
Alan,
were...
tell our viewers about that fake ID. What is that?
No, I can't reveal it at
Reveal
the moment.
it. Yeah.
Multiple
You'll
ones.
probably have to be a
Multiple
little
ones.
more...
But yeah, you go ahead. After that, I'll come there.
Shivam Dube, my biggest problem has always been the fact that he is a one-dimensional player. I've always said it. I think last time also when I was in the podcast talking with King Shuk and Saurabh, I said unless he becomes an insanely good swing bowler bowling at 140, he is not adding anything else. Rinku has got the fielding.
Yeah.
I think I sent
Fielding.
I think I sent a tweet to all of you guys showing what Rinku has done over the past few...
I was just going to come to that. Like yesterday's match was made for Rinku to take
Singh.
India to 140 plus.
And it was
he
made for
would have
KL
been-
Rahul as well. I'll argue that.
He would have been the perfect foil to Rishabh Pant because Pant lost momentum the moment Dube came in and Dube was not timing the ball. Rinku would have rotated the strike, gave it to Rishabh Pant. He could have played his shots, kept on rotating the strike because that was the same thing that he did in that game against Afghanistan.
Yeah.
22 for 4. From there, we went to 222 without the loss of any wicket, where Rohit Sharma played brilliantly. And this guy went under the radar and scored 69 of 32 in a pressure situation.
Yeah.
So he's made for it. Now you're basing it on the IPL, where this guy, Shivam Dube, played spin beautifully. But dude, it's like it's 2024. People are going to find you out. You need a guy who...
And they're just going wide to him, by the way.
Yeah.
They're just going wide to
And
him.
he has no clue what to do. Yesterday he seemed very flustered. I know that the pressure gets to you, but on the stage you cannot show it out. You cannot show that you're under pressure.
Okay,
That-
if see, Rinku is not part of the 15-man squad.
Yeah.
He's the reserves. He was cheering for India from the stands. But if you have to do something about this team now, if you have to make those changes, if you drop Shivam Dube, whom will you bring in?
Yashasvi Jaiswal. Open with Yashasvi.
So you will change the entire DNA of the team that has been going
No,
through.
because
Then where will Virat bat? Rishabh has been a success at number 3.
that is, I understand the fact that you're saying that, Rishabh has been a success at number 3. But Dube comes in at what? 5?
4
or
5.
5. Use him there. Use Rishabh there. I'm pretty sure he's been doing that in the IPL, by the way.
Yeah.
He has been coming in at 4 and 5 and 6 even. So use him there. Yashasvi with Rohit can give you a good start. Yashasvi is a very fearless batter. He will play the same way. Now if he gets out in the first 2 or 3 overs, you have a Kohli coming in. The batting lineup seems a little bit more stronger. There are obviously memes going around saying that when Rishabh Pant bats, like the Indian players are having a heart attack, Indian team fans are having a heart attack, and the other team
Ravi
fans are also.
Shastri said that during the test series itself.
Yeah.
And it was very
Not for the faint-hearted.
wonderful
Not
to
for
see Ravi Shastri give that fielding medal in that video to
The pride in that man's face
that
was...
man made Rishabh Pant what Rishabh Pant was, right?
Yeah. So I think that would be the one change that I'll make. But then again, like I think last podcast also we said, India has this tendency to play so safe with their choices because you said it. Of course, you said it. And, everywhere, every single time we go to a World Cup or a tournament, we say...
The very fact that KL Rahul hasn't travelled with this team
It's a good
says that
sign.
India has not played it safe.
No. India has played it safe. We
India
have
has played
we
it
have a
safe.
big part where we keep explaining that. Please watch it. No problem.
Because they are going with that safe thing, and that was the same thing in 2022. It has always been that portion where we tend to we are amazed by how SRH batted or amazed by how KKR batted in the IPL, but yet we are not ready to take that DNA into our main team, which is essentially what IPL was supposed to be, right? We are not ready to take that into the main team.
Isn't that what India tried to achieve with Travis Sharma and Abhishek Kohli? What? No. You do that, it's a problem. You bring the spin test. I still think, as in you guys might have different opinion, I still think that Shivam Dube is there for a reason.
Yeah,
Is there for the team to go to West Indies. Then he will try and attack the spinners. But again, like you guys pointed out, probably he might have been found out already.
yeah.
Even the later stage of the IPL, he didn't look that
What is
comfortable
your
against
opinion?
Spain.
How did India play according to you?
See, I still think they are doing everything just enough, good enough. The pitch in New York has been a nightmare. Let's give that benefit of doubt to the team. Virat, you can say that he has not scored runs, but he has stuck to an approach, and he wants to take that approach.
I have no
and the
issues.
pitch has been very difficult.
Yeah.
Rohit tried to attack on that pitch. If you had gotten 26 for 1 in the power play, I would any day take 50 for 2, which India got yesterday. 50 for 2 on that power play, give India the World Cup. For that itself, give India the World Cup. But I think, Surya Kumar is a concern.
Yeah.
So we talk about Shivam Dube so much. The guy has gotten only 4 or 5 opportunities. Surya Kumar has been consistently on and off. But again, this pitch is not suited for Surya Kumar. You have picked players knowing that they will come good in
But he's a number 1 T20 batter.
Babar Rizwan.
Babar was.
Yeah. So that number 1, he has scored a lot of runs, but he has to prove his mettle. I think it will be tough for him. Even in the West Indies, the pitches won't be batting paradises, but at least it won't have uneven bounds and all that. It'll be slow and sluggish. I think India need to find a way to get through it, and that is why they have picked 4 spinners in the squad, and only 2 of them have played. We'll see more of spin, and that is when I think maybe having Virat Kohli at number 3 might not be a bad option, because to have someone there to play spin, to get you through 13th over, or maybe you can do that now also. Ask Virat to play a very anchorish role at the top itself. Have Rohit, Rishabh, Surya hang around him. But I still think Virat is someone probably who should not be going after the bowlers in the first 6 overs, especially in these kind of pitches. That intent word, I don't know.
Has gone into his...
You don't do it, it's a problem. You do it, it's a problem.
Of course. But
Stick to a line.
On conditions like this, on IPL in Bangalore, if you're scoring 30 or 40, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
In New York,
it needs context as
in
well.
New York, if you're scoring 20 or 40 and still taking the team through, then you're a champion. In West Indies, you will find pitches where 140 will be difficult to chase. And in such situations,
I have my conjecture on that.
Yeah,
I have my conjecture on that. I agree to you what you say when you say that don't judge a team based on this New York pitch. You cannot. You absolutely cannot. Having said that, I think India are a better team with Kuldeep Yadav in the team. Don't change the batting combination. Instead of Dube, bring in Kuldeep. Instead of Jadeja, bring in Kuldeep. I am fine with that, depending on how many batters you need. One of the templates that India could follow is what Australia did to England at Barbados a couple of nights back.
Yeah, that's one of the better pitches in the West Indies.
Yeah.
It's not like Guyana. But Kensington Oval is a good pitch to bat on.
But it did also stop.
Slow down.
After
it
the
slowed
10th
down
over,
in the second innings.
Yeah, it's very difficult to bat on. So what Australia did was they ramped up their runs in the first 10 overs and then they slightly slowed down and hit again in the final 4. That could be one of the ways to go to. But my point is that Adam Zampa bowled a sensational spell in that game, which makes me believe that there is purchase for a wrist spinner in West Indies and in New York also for me. So I think Kuldeep has to be there.
Has to play ahead of Jadeja because Jadeja also seems to be...
More than Dube, I have a problem with Jadeja right now.
Yeah, because Jadeja is not your T20 player anymore. Obviously, he's got
probably never proved himself at the international T20 level.
Yes, IPL mein he is obviously Chennai's go-to man, but on the international stage, as you said, yesterday also it was that irritation was coming in because I felt like we were seeing elements of 2022 again, where these guys just did not perform as a T20I unit. So that is where my problem comes in, and that's why I feel this team will do good. Obviously, Bumrah, like they say, God mode unlocked for Bumrah, which is incredible. The way that he bowls is incredible. And kind of like how Arshdeep and, Siraj, they understood the value that, we need to get at least 6 or 7 runs. Let's add to the...
that was brilliant.
That was brilliant. Arshdeep also, I think bowling-wise, he has been...
So much flack that he has faced for his selection. He has done well.
He has done well. And Hardik also, kudos to him for his bowling. Batting, obviously, there is going to be a lot of areas to improve. But his bowling, I think he has come back well. bowled well against Pakistan in the last 2 overs.
Hardik has 3 balls in his career, in T20 eyes at least, and they're exactly suited for these pitches.
Yes.
Good length, slower on the good length, short ball slower. Kaam khatam.
And he picked up
Yeah.
2 good wickets, Fakhar Zaman and Shadab Khan. So there are, like you said, the Jadeja, probably the Dube elements that I do not like. And that is why I feel there are other teams who are better than us in those aspects, who are a well-round, T20I side.
Name a couple.
Aussie. Oi.
Australia, I think, obviously comes into the mind.
Afghanistan.
I don't think Afghanistan are that good at T20. I don't know why this narrative comes in. Probably because how much they play across the T20 leagues.
How much New Zealand suffered in that.
New Zealand are worse, yaar.
Okay, India will play Afghanistan in the Super 8s if that happens. Because West Indies or Afghanistan. No, I think West Indies if they qualify. So at some point, let's see how
the seeding are fixed. So
seeding
we'll get to know.
I think India were supposed to face Australia, New Zealand and
Sri Lanka.
So a couple of them are not happening at the moment.
At least Sri Lanka is
to face. My word, ICC, what have you done, man?
Yeah. There's no reward. There's actually no reward to finishing first and second.
Yeah.
If somehow Pakistan sneak through, Kudrat ka nizam ke leke.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck to them as well. But like I said, I think there are better teams here than India. And
so
it's the end of a cycle, obviously, with Dravid going away. But I mean, good to see Pant back and doing whatever he is doing. Whatever chaos theory that he brought into. It was fun to watch. At the end of the day, it's always good to see him back on the field as well. So. Yeah, I mean...
it would be a great injustice if in this T20 World Cup, after whatever has happened, Pakistan somehow play the final and India are eliminated in the semi-final. After all that planning...
You would need Kudrat ka Nizams of Kudrat ka Nizam to make that happen.
At the moment,
In 2022 also, they did that.
And by the way, they are going to face Canada. Now, they've already faced...
one expat team.
Indians with green cards. They have faced Indians with Aadhaar cards. And now they are going to face IELTS Indians as well. So that is going to be a major problem for them. And if they have a couple of engineering degrees also, then end of story. So...
it's actually the World Cup has, we all had our reservations about a 20-team World Cup, but this has been lot of fun.
Yeah.
And there's plenty more to come as well. It's just the second round of the group stage that's over, 2 more rounds of group stages, and then the Super 8s. I just have a feeling that somehow take Pakistan along, get them to the Super 8. More content.
More content, obviously.
Yeah. Somehow India find New York pitch flattens out and India beat USA by 100 runs.
USA beat India. Yeah.
India beat USA by 100 runs. And then that's it. But you know what? Let's ask our viewers as well whether they think that Pakistan need an overhaul.
Or to contribute to the memes that are already flying
around. And also Alan's point that he doesn't think India still have the champion pedigree with them in this T20 World Cup. Thanks for tuning in. You can send in your feedback on 8588966996. You could also email on pods@indiatoday.com. If you're listening to us on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast and Spotify, please do rate us. And like we always say, if you're watching us on YouTube, please share your comment. We'll be happy to listen to your feedback. Thank you. Have a great week.